Hello, my YouTube friends. Thanks for joining in tonight. Man, if you haven't hit that subscribe button right down snare like a snare drum, slam that snare and slam that bell out the park because we got a lot of great things going on here at Audio Master, our Trip Studios. Yeah, man. Thank you guys for joining in tonight. As always, you are greatly appreciated tonight, as always, and every day. Excuse me. Just got back from the gym, man. Hit it hard tonight. I feel really, 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 really good. And tonight, I wanted to talk about something really cool that a lot of people don't talk about. But I wanted to talk about this because I did a previous video before on tubes. That's right. Vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes. Mr. Product Review Man writes in and wanted me to do another video on audio tubes. And his question was, what is better, new tubes or old tubes? What a great question, Mr. Product Review Man. But I have several still left over. Here's just a few in my hand. Here is a realistic from way back in the day. I'm not sure if you can see that right there. Realistic. If you notice, they're all really built a little different. Look how long. I'm trying to get it close where you can see this in here. Maybe right there, you can see how they're all kind of built a little different. This one's a realistic from I would guess probably this one was made in the 60s. There's no date on it that I can see, but it's marked really good. It is a E. Oh, let's see. I'm trying to see that. 12AT7 is what it says on it. Maybe you can see it a little better, being if I get it in the camera. You guys, your eyes are better than mine once I get it in the camera. Hang on. Check it out. It's an old one, but they're all made different. And if you can find some of these old ones, here's a GE old stock. This one actually came out of, was made for the Navy. See if you can get it right there. GE US Navy. You can see that right there. Check it out. You see that now? You can see it. GE US Navy marked on there, stamped on there. And that's right. USA. But notice how they're built different. I mean, they're made different. Let me get them up. I'm gonna get them up close so you can see the guts. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like that. That. Both these tubes, if I had to guess, they were probably came out in the 60s, perhaps the 70s, early 70s. These tubes were tested and they worked just fine. And I did some swapping out. I love testing these tubes out in microphones and preamps. Small little preamps that take one tube. I love testing these out because you can really hear the difference, especially whenever I switch them out in microphones that require the same tube. If the tube, there's one tube I'm not 100% sure, but it actually, the physical size and the pins and everything's the same, but it actually breaks up a little sooner. And so, you might like that on, say, a microphone or something like that. So when you're singing in it, I might saturate the tube a little soon, the gain, and you'll get that nice little raspiness going on, which is a nice way to hit it before if you're doing any vocals and you want a vocal take to sound with a little raspiness in it and a little third, second, and third harmonic going on. You want that tube to break up a little sooner. That way, the sooner that you actually apply these techniques and saturation, the better it's going to sound on your vocal takes. But this right here, if you look inside here, I am not an expert on tubes or anything. However, I've bought many, many, many tubes, and there are articles you can read on these things, how they're made and the gases and how they actually work. There are people out there that know a lot about these things. But I can't remember what these little grid things are called inside. You can see it in there, but look how long these are in this one. Now feel free, you guys, if you know anything about tubes, to just go ahead and shoot some information to me. But look how long they are in this one. They're called long. I don't know. I don't know what those little things are in there, but actually, and then look at these. These are short inside the GE. They're short. Can you see that in there? But I want to say about 10 years ago, I got online and started going through YouTube, and not just YouTube, but actually went to an old electronics store that we had here in town. It's called Ralph's Electronics, and they have one here in town. They have them in Louisiana and different parts of Louisiana. I want to say they have like 4 or 5 stores. I think they have one in Houston. But so anyway, I was able to go in the back. They let me go in the back and find some old stock tubes, man. And so I racked up on some cool old stock tubes. And yeah, so everything tested out okay. And this was years ago, and so I really kind of hit the jackpot. So if you can find old tubes that are in good condition and test out great, I would have to say if you're putting one tube in a microphone, go ahead and do it because it is going to sound, my opinion, better than the new tubes that are made. The new tubes, it's not that they sound bad or anything. It's just I'm not sure actually what they did to make the older tube sound so good. So I wanted to tell you, I actually hot rodded MXL microphone and actually took it apart and put it in a new capsule, which was really, really easy. I got it from microphoneparts.com and ordered a capsule. Somebody's calling me. And then after I ordered uh, the capsule, it was just 2 wires. It was really easy. They'll send you a capsule and they will send you a saddle to actually place that capsule in. So there's 2 screws that hold the capsule into the saddle, and then your saddle screws down in the microphone. And there's only 2 wires that you have to solder. And you solder those 2 wires, man, that'll get you up and going. And so I changed out the capsule and the saddle and the MXL, and I was trying a bunch of different tubes out. And I had the tube that came with that microphone, and it just sounded really glassy sounded. It wasn't that it sounded bad. It just didn't have if I could describe it, it sounded real glassy sounding. And then I put an old RCA. I actually tried several. I want to say even tried one of these realistic, and maybe even this GE in it as well. But when I got to the RCA tube and put it in there, wow, I could really tell a difference on it. Just really made everything sound it made that microphone really come alive. And this was after the fact that I put some JJs in there. I had one JJ, and I want to say I had an old Fender tube that I tried out in it. Perhaps I tried one of these realistics in it. And there was one more, and then when I got to the RCA tube, it was the last one I put in. So keep in mind, I was doing a verse, and I was singing a verse and listening to it, and then singing the same verse and listening to that verse with different tubes in it. And so when I got to the RCA tube, not only could I hear the difference in my headphones, in the real time as I was laying down the track, I could hear the difference listening back to it after I recorded it, how much better it sounded. And I was completely blown away as to how beautiful and how much that microphone came alive once I put an old stock RCA tube in it. And it just blew my mind, man. So if you can find an old stock tube that test out okay, and you're only using one tube in the mic, and most tube mics don't require two tubes. So yeah, man, I'd say go ahead and do it. And I would have to say I like the old tubes better than the new tubes. However, if I had a unit, say a compressor or a mic preamp that required several tubes in it, I doubt that I would, unless they all tested out perfect and everything, then I would use it. But here's the thing with the new tubes, they're all going to break in at the same time, and they're all going to be uh, close to being matched and whatnot. And so when one goes out, uh, they're just going to be equally burnt in. And so I would probably go with a new set of JJs, something like that. I like JJ tubes; they sound really good, and I've been real happy with their stuff and some of my guitar amps and whatnot, preamps. So I would have to go with the JJs. But there are a lot of different tubes out there, and there's only a few actually places that make the tubes. I want to say maybe two or three at most in the whole world that even make tubes. And so what they do is they actually put people's name on those tubes. Um, it may be Groove Tube or it may be whatever other tubes out there. They'll actually put their stamp their name on it, but it comes from the same manufacturer. But they just tell them what they want and the specs they want, and they pretty much do it. But yeah, there's a lot of different tubes out there. There's a lot of different new tubes out there, and I gotta tell you, man, I really enjoy. I could really hear the difference when I put that RCA tube in that microphone. It just came alive, and I was really impressed with how good it sound. So we got some other great news. I wanted to throw this in there before I forget. We actually have the Audio Master t-shirts that are being made as of today. I went ahead and gave them the order and gave them the approval on the t-shirts. Oh man, they're going to look so good. You guys are going to look great in the Audio Master t-shirt. I cannot wait till you guys see it. And it cost me quite a bit of money to actually get them made because of the different prints that were made on it. And hang on, guys, my brother's calling me, and uh, let me just text him back. So he called me earlier. I was in the gym in the class, and I had to text him and say I'll call you back. I get out of class, I call him while I'm eating, shoveling down a sandwich, and he don't answer. So when I get here and get my studio set up, he's done blew me up twice. So either it's really really important or it's not important at all. I don't know, but anyway, I just said I texted him back and said can I call you later? So we're gonna have to fly with that. But anyway, the Audio Master t-shirts, you guys are gonna look great in them, and I can't wait to get you to show you the Audio Master t. If you like audio recording and mixing or music or anything like that, you're gonna want an Audio Master t-shirt. But as I was saying, I actually got something here on it on the front, so that consists of two prints. They call that because when they're printing, they actually do a burn in print, and then they do any color that you want on top of that, which is two prints in one spot. So I got charged for two prints in this spot, two prints on one sleeve here, and two prints on this sleeve here. Well, to sum it up, it cost me $90 just for uh, all the print things. And they told me, they said, well, the next time if you order more, then they'll deduct one of those prints off. So they'll deduct, what is it? I don't know, $30. They'll deduct one of those off. So, but here's the thing, man. I wanted to make the shirts bad to the bone, and I wanted to make them so nice that you guys are gonna like them and gonna want to wear them. And so, even like I said, I'm gonna be doing giveaways on now. I'm giving 10 away to some of you guys that are my have been writing in, staying loyal, watching my shows. So I'm actually picking 10 of you that have been on here, but people that are just joining in, people that are just joining the Audio Master show, I'm going to be doing giveaways on the other t-shirts. But I'm telling you, you're gonna want to win one of these t-shirts. They're bad to the bone. And then I'm gonna make an option too, to where if you don't want to have to wait to win a t-shirt or whatever, you're gonna be able to buy one. So we'll probably set that up in some kind of way where you can private message me or Venmo me, or however. I'm not sure how I'm gonna actually take the money or whatever, and I'm not even sure what they're gonna cost just yet. But I want to make it fair enough to where everybody will want to wear one, man. You're going to want to wear them. They're super hot and they smoke, man. You're going to love it. You're going to love it, love it, love it, love it. So I wanted to share that with you guys tonight, man. I'm stoked. Now I have other Audio Master t-shirts that I have made in the past. I want to say through this company online, and it was me doing the design work. And uh, part of that, I mean, I both times that I ordered, I mean, I struck out because the lettering on the shirts was too low, and I didn't know some of the things that I needed to know. Typically, most lettering is 4 inches below the collar is where it starts, and I actually had Audio Master down here, man. And it just whenever I was making the shirt, it looked like it was in the right place. And then I spent my money on these shirts, and anyway, they were just trial runs. But I went to some professionals, and they did it up right, man. Like I say, I spent more than I wanted to spend. I actually spent $100 more than I wanted to spend, but it doesn't matter because I know you guys are gonna love it, and you're gonna want to wear this shirt around, and people are gonna ask you, "I love that shirt. How can I get one?" And especially if they're into recording and mixing and all that other stuff, they're gonna want an Audio Master T-shirt, because who doesn't want to be an Audio Master, right? So back to tubes, old tubes versus new tubes. So my honest opinion is I prefer, after hearing it for myself, after testing them out for myself in a microphone, doing some tracking, I would have to say if you can find an old RCA tube that tests out good, I would have to say I would choose that over the JJs or anything else that's out there that's new. If you actually have a preamp that you're changing out tubes and you want to do some new tubes, I would have to say put the JJs in there and go with that. That way there's equal time burn in, and you don't have to worry about being on stage or whatever and one going out. I mean, or being in the studio and having some clients in, and your compressor going out because the tube's going bad in it. So that's my opinion on old versus new, and I hope this helps you out as far as making some decisions on what tubes you want to put in a microphone switch out. And it certainly made a big difference. Whenever I did it, I could tell it was day or night. Man, it was truly day and night. And so I am hooked on the old tube sound. It just sounded real nice and buttery, and had a nice sheen to it, and just had a milky sound. It just sounded really, really full and round. It made this mic come alive and sound real round and full. But just no harshness whatsoever to the microphone, and everything I was singing, it just felt like just like butter, man. It just was so smooth and sounded so good. Put the glassy tube back in there. Put the original Chinese tube that came with the mic back in it. Had this real shrill sound to it compared to the RCA, and that's the best way I can describe it. Shrill, had a real edgy, glassy, uh, not bright, but just anyway. That's the best I can describe it. Hope that helps. RCA tube, old stock. If it all checks out okay, is my go-to tube. So yeah, man, a lot of cool things happening here at R Trip Studio, and I'm excited to get in a piece of gear to actually start doing some vocal tracks with. I think I told you about that. It should be arriving anytime. It's called Eventide. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Eventide. They've been around a long, long time, and they are well known for their digital delays and reverbs and whatnot, and slapback delays and all that good stuff that we hear on the radio. On the radio. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining in tonight. I appreciate you guys joining in here at Audio Master. And so much to talk about and so little time sometimes, right? So I'm going to do something here. Let me see if I can do something. I'll try something. Hang in there for a second. Chill on out with me. Mm-hmm. Chill on out with me. Okay, that should pop up in the screen right there. And if that pops up in that screen, you see it says Audio Master right there. It'll say Audio Master. I'm actually dragging my mouse over that. If you guys want to join me in live chats, you're welcome now. Now that I have Be Live, Be Live is look. I can do all kind of stuff with this, but Be Live is a place where we can all get on here and chat and talk. And look here, I want to show you something. You can do all kind of stuff. You can do sticky notes. I can add snow to the screen. Check that out, man. So it's gonna be snowing here at Audio Master. We're gonna cool things off, man. We're gonna cool things off. But anyway, Be Live. If you don't have it, it's really kind of cool. It's a way to get people together and to talk about different things, talk about audio and whatnot. And here's the gig, man. When you click on that Audio Master right there, it'll actually bring you in to where we're side by side and we're talking. Wonder what this countdown thing is. Let's check it out. So these are some little things that you get whenever you become a Be Live member. Sticky notes. Let's see what that is. Do you feel manly? Wow. Yes, I feel manly. Days in quarantine and thermometer. What's that one all about? Let's check that one out. Oh, wow. Yeah, we got a thermometer right there. I guess we could edit that and change the temperature, right? But really cool little things that you could hear. I like the fact that I can bring people in and we can talk about audio recording or anything that you have or that you want to talk about in real time. It's really kind of cool. I do enjoy that a lot that I can bring other artists in, and I am going to be doing that. In case you guys missed out on the other night, I am going to be reaching out to other people who mix and master and record and have been doing it just as long as I have. And we're going to get these guys in here and we're going to ask them different questions. And what's kind of cool is I'm going to be able to bring you guys in the picture. And so you're going to be able to ask these different artists, I don't know, what their favorite guitar is to play on, or what when they got interested in music and what started them on their music journey. And so that's going to be really kind of neat to actually get to talk with different famous artists out there. And so, thank you guys for joining in tonight at Audio Master. I wanted to share that quick little note for which tubes I like the best. As you know, I'll reiterate it again. I love the old tubes over versus the new tubes, especially if you're just choosing one tube and a microphone. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong on that deal. But I appreciate you guys joining in as always. Slam that subscribe button down there. Just go ahead and slam that thing like a snare drum. Rap a dap, rap dap, and slam that bell out the park. And remember, type down there as to why you love a Shure microphone, and that's going to get you in the drawing on the Shure SM7B that we're going to be giving away soon. And if my go to guy can't make it here in another week or so, I'm going to ask him for the shell that he's been actually putting the names in, and I will do the drawing myself, even though I delegated that to him. It's just the way it's going to be, man. And I appreciate all you joining in as always. But I got to get one of these microphones out. Somebody's got to win one of these mics. And, uh, and then we got two we're going to be giving away. So we're going to be giving away one next week, win or lose. And then hang in there because we got another one we're going to be giving away as well. And then after that, we're going to be doing the t shirt giveaways. So you don't want to miss out on that either. So make sure you do all of the above. Hit that like button down there and share as well. Because as you guys know, whenever you hit the like, the thumbs up, and then you share, that helps the videos get in the algorithm for other people to watch the Audio Master Show. Man, you gotta love it, and you're gonna love the t-shirts so much. I think win or lose, you're gonna want one, and you'll probably end up wanting to buy one because they're just so smoking hot. Everybody needs an Audio Master t-shirt. But we're gonna have some great news tomorrow night. I actually have got a little dessert that I brought in tonight, and I can't wait to hammer down on that stuff because I've just been burning so many calories. I figure I can cheat a little bit, and it's not going to hurt me at this point in the game. And so, thank you guys as always. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and it's nice having you in on the Audio Master Show. And tomorrow night we're going to be having some cool stuff that I'll be sharing with you as well. And I've just been pretty much so. If you guys got any questions, if you missed the show tonight, perhaps this was a bad time for you to come on. I understand. But if you missed the show tonight, remember you can always private message me. And it seems like I don't know why, but everybody's been private messages me, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. But if you put your messages in the description or whatever, or ask your questions in the description, other viewers can see that, and it just helps them want to get involved and want to write in and all the other good stuff that goes with it. And so by doing so, it just helps my channel grow. But if you feel uncomfortable with that, you want to keep it private, just private message me, and I will get back with you as always, and try to answer any questions that I can for you guys as we move along in this journey, being an audio master and recording engineer. It is really, really cool. And it's been a lifelong journey for me. And I think it'll be a lifelong journey for you too, as well. And you will find nothing but happiness recording and watching other people smile at the results whenever they get their recordings back and hearing what you did for their music. So, as we learn, we can learn together and we can grow together. And remember, you don't want to miss out on these Audio Master t-shirts. And if I want to say the lady said they were going to be ready Tuesday. So here we are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We're a week away, 6 days away from me having the shirts. So whenever I do get the shirts, I will do a video on them and show you guys how awesome they are. And you're going to want one, man. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to want one. So thanks again for joining in tonight, and we will see you tomorrow.